Have you ever wondered what makes a good character design? How Pixar or Disney make their characters? What makes a character boring or flat? And what makes a character more stand up and appealing? Hello, welcome to Khatri Hidi, and in this video we will discuss some general art and fundamentals on how to make your character more appealing. So for designing a character, either it's 2D or 3D, we have to keep these three fundamentals in mind: proportions, form, and silhouette. I will talk about silhouette in this video. Silhouette is something which defines the overall shape of the design, either it's 3D or 2D. If you look at a character, you see its form first, its contour lines. If you turn this image into black and white, you can see the outlines and shape of the design. This is called silhouette. So in order to make an appealing character, you have to make sure its foundation which it is built upon. So how to not make your character look bad? When sculpting, two things you have to keep in mind: asymmetry, straights and curves. Asymmetry is something which is not symmetrical, lack of proportions between the parts of the thing especially. In this character sketch of Chun-Li, this artist does know the two principles of character designing. As you can see, the negative and positive control lines are not the same. And even in 3D, same principles are applied. Always have asymmetry. This model is done by Dan Adder. As you can see, the left one, which is a T pose, has all the proportions and good silhouette, but it lacks dynamism. And the right model is posed, which brings personality and life into it. Both are same model, but asymmetry made the right one so full of gesture. Straights and curves. Straights and curves is a technique we add to our characters to push the line of action. The line of action adds a rhythm to your character, which makes it more appealing and full of life. Adding curves and straight brings dynamism in a character. In this example, artist Dylan Akron used these principles of straights and curves, and it is more pleasing to look at compared to a flat looking design. So adding asymmetry and straights and curves to your character will make your character unique and with a good silhouette. But this also varies on the subject. Realistic models often does not work using these techniques because it's real and we cannot change the human proportions as we want. But other stylization like cartoon characters, you can create really good designs by following these fundamentals I talked about earlier. So let's switch back to Zbrush, and I did a blockout of this girl. She is technically a dino hunter, and I have used the concept art of Alberto Camara. I hope I am pronouncing your name correctly. And as you can see, I've kept all the fundamentals in mind which we have talked earlier in the video. I have kept the asymmetry, and the asymmetry is all around her. You can see her arms are not the same. She is not standing upward like a T pose, and her legs are straight, and one leg is in this position and one leg is in this position, and it is a basic blockout. If you see the black and white image of this character, you can see that by looking at this black and white, you can see that she is clearly a girl by her proportions, the curvy legs and all that, and she is holding something, and which is a creature leg, and it's her legs, it's her arm, it's her face, and it's all by looking at this silhouette. It helps the audience read the character well. This character is readable, and it's easy to read that what is the story behind it. She is a hunter, she is holding a spear, and the leg is attaching to it. She hunted it. So the silhouette helps, and silhouette helps a lot. Now for the straights and curve, when I was doing the blockout, I was keeping straight and curves all the time, and you can see that I have using this technique, straight and curves. This is straight, this is curve, and this is slightly straight, and this is curve. As you can see that the things are not the same. The trick to trick the human eye, for example, you have to make it asymmetry, and for the asymmetry, straights and curves help a lot. And when you see the straight on the other side and curve on the other side, straight here and curve here, sorry for my drawing, I am drawing with a mouse at the moment, and it's a straight here, and it's curve here, slightly curve, and it's curve here. And you get the point that if I was about to use only the straights, this girl wouldn't be looking so dynamic as if she is looking now. And this is one example. I want to show you the other example, which is I will now show you the complete character which I did a few days ago. This is a complete sculpture, a complete sculpted characters, and I did the blockout using the same method as before. And this is a 7 million polygon character, but I want to show you that its silhouette is something. Basically he's a superhero of some kind, my local superhero, and I sculpted it, redesigned it. So if you see his character, if you see his silhouette, the silhouette tells a story. He is holding something, a COVID mask or something, and he is putting his leg on some COVID demon which is defeated. So the story is he's a superhero. He's telling everyone to wear the mask. He's not wearing himself, of course, and he's putting his leg on this COVID demon or COVID villain, you can say anything. And the story behind it is that wearing this mask defeated this demon, which is a COVID demon. So, and if you look at this black and white character, he's clearly looking a superhero, and he's a guy obviously because of his proportions, his chest and abs, his legs, his muscly legs. The cap identifies as he's some kind of superhero, and he's flexing his arm like he's strong. And if you turn around, you can see that he's holding something. If you see this silhouette mode only, that he's holding something. And see, this is a platform. He's stepping his right legs onto it. Now for the curves and straight, I have used this technique here as well. This is straight, this is curve, this is curve, curve, and this is straight, and this is slightly curve. And so the point of this showing the second model is that I've used these both techniques, straights and curves, in asymmetry, and made it look a dynamic character. So always have asymmetry on your character. Either it's a T pose, or either it's a pose mesh like this. Even for the T pose, when you detail your character for the faces, always have asymmetry. Like the real world doesn't have symmetry on it. Anything, everything is not the same on the other side. So for example, if you're making even a T pose, details, her forehead doesn't have the same spots on this side compared to this side. So always have asymmetry, either it's posed or not, and believe me, it will help you a lot. So I will wind up this video, and I hope you got the point of this video, of my video, what I wanted to explain, and I hope it helps make you a better character artist. So if you like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I will come up with the other topics in future, hopefully. Let's meet later. Take care.